Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Okay. So today we are going to be talking about stress management and how to reduce it. So first of all, I'm going to start out with something that a lot of you are probably going to think that I'm crazy. But stress really isn't real. It's not a thing that you can go and buy. It's just a feeling that we create within ourselves. So it's something, which is a good thing because that means it's something that we can control and something that we can, reduce and do the things that we need to do to get rid of it. So I'm going to be going over not only the essential oils to use to manage it, but other things that you can do to actually almost eliminate it completely from your life. So the first thing that I will tell you is managing boundaries. What are you saying yes to? What are you saying no to? And you have the power to decide everything, what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. But the problem is most of us think we have to say yes, yes, yes to everything. And we don't. We don't have to say yes to everything, guys. But I think that a lot of people want to do everything and anything that they can, and it's just not realistic. Does that make sense? So, whenever, you're doing this and you're managing your boundaries and you are, paying close attention to what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to, you also don't have to let everyone in your space as well. And that's a big boundary. And it can be very, very hard for some people, but you will find that you are much more relaxed if you have people that you're letting into your space that are only bringing you down. And I can't tell you the amount of people that I don't allow into my space anymore just because they're toxic. Or I don't like how they make me feel, I don't have to entertain that. I don't have to allow them into my space. It's my choice, and I know sometimes we think, oh, it's a family member and I have to deal with them, or, oh, it's my neighbor and I have to see them. But then that's when you set up healthy boundaries for yourself. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, well, I'm only going to talk to them for 2 minutes and I'm going to go inside and we're only going to talk about the weather if you see them outside. Things like that. You really want to establish something, because when there's nothing, if there's nothing, then it's just, you're not doing anything for yourself. And you are creating more stress. So another thing would be time boundaries. If you have a demanding job where people need you all the time, this is key, guys. Especially if you're in doTERRA, you know what I mean. Any demanding job, where you can be on your phone 24/7, or people could be needing something from you 24/7, you have to set boundaries for yourself, because if you're not setting boundaries for yourself, no one will respect them. And you are literally teaching people that they can walk all over you. And you're not helping people be self-sufficient, which is keeping you spinning in circles. So especially if it's coworkers and things of that sort, or someone that's really dependent on you, you need to set those healthy boundaries, and shut off your phone for a few hours. I promise you, they will be okay. They will be okay. And in this sense, identifying your stressors are key indicators where you need to set your boundaries. Because if you're not setting your boundaries, then the whole system's not going to work. And anything else that you add into it is not going to be as beneficial for you as it would be if you were doing all of the things that you should be doing to reduce stress in your life. So again, shut off your phone, create that space for yourself, set boundaries. Manage them. Don't say yes to everything. So another thing that would be really beneficial for you to reduce stress in your life is proper self-care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So fill your cup up so it can overflow to everybody else. And as moms, I think this is something we call guilt. And it's real. But what's even more real is not being the best you can be for your kid. So that's important than any other thing that you could have, could have done in place of your self-care for someone else. Oh, I could have bought my kid this instead of spending money on myself. That's one of the most common things that I hear all the time, and I was caught up in that for a while too, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because if you are not doing what you need to do for yourself, you're not giving your kids, your family, whoever, the proper time, your full self. You're just not. So it's just pointless at this point, right? And I invite you to go buy yourself something, get your hair done, go get a massage, take 10 minutes to meditate. Maybe therapeutic is walking to you. I don't know. Whatever fills your cup up, make time for it. We need to be rocking around more of like bubbly unicorns than just empty shells of nothing, because that's not doing any good for anybody. It's not helping your family. It's not helping yourself. It's not helping your community. It's not helping your job, whatever. And I know it can be hard, but you need to step it up. I'm trying to like the comments, but I can't. But you need to step it up, especially if you want to advance in your life. I mean, it's just 10 minutes a day we all have 24 hours in a day. And the best thing I hear is that, oh, I have no time. No, you do. You're just not managing your time properly. You're not setting your boundaries properly. You're not setting what's most important. And self-care is important. And I understand that you might not be able to do it every day, but at least if you do it, even start out maybe twice a week for 15 minutes a day, I think that that's very reasonable. And I think that you will find some peace within that. You know, and I can be that workaholic crazy lady that doesn't know how to stop. But you have to intervene. You have to. And most of us are conditioned to just give. But we need to step back and receive. We have to. Because if you are giving, you're not set up in that receiving mindset, you're not even going to know when someone's giving you anything or when to receive anything. It's just not going to happen. So you need to let yourself receive and put it out there that you are open to receiving. I mean, the whole point here is to cultivate less stress, not more stress, right? So we need to do the things to cultivate less stress. Essential oils. Okay, so of course, these are an amazing tool to help with dealing with stress. But again, you need to do the steps previous to make this the best benefit for you. So serenity, serenity, serenity. Diffuse it, apply on your heart, take the soft gels, This will help you sleep properly. Proper sleep equals reducing stress. Now, if stress is keeping you up at night, I invite you to get a brain dump journal, because a lot of times, and a while ago, for years, I was finding myself like, you can't turn it off, so you don't sleep because your brain just keeps turning and turning and turning. So I know that that's something that a lot of people suffer from. But the thing is, if you empty those thoughts and empty your brain before you go to bed, you are going to be a lot more rested, because you've put out what you needed to for the day. You've taken it out of your head. Now, again, the serenity at night is the most amazing thing in the world, along with the soft gels. So if you do have trouble sleeping on top of that, this is going to be great. And this is going to be key to help you sleep. Okay. So if you want to be real, us doTERRA peeps have this blend that's called Liquid Xanax, and it's Serenity and Balance. and it is amazing. I invite you to try it. So, yeah. So, another thing that you can do is Frank and Copaiba. Drink that shit, guys. I'm not kidding. 2 drops under the tongue is doing so much for you. So, not only is it helping your mood, it's helping just your body just react better to everything. And supporting your body in every way that it needs supported. So another one would be past tense for those headaches that come because of stress. And this gives you instant relief. So, of course, if, again, doing all the things to reduce the stress. But it happens. We get headaches because of stress. It just happens. We are humans. It's going to happen. So past tense is our headache relief blend, and it just takes care of it. Migraines, anything of that sort, you just apply it to where you need the support from, or where you need the relief from. So a lot of times, like if it is a tension headache, you're going to get it like, right here, or stress headache, whatever you want to say. Apply it on your temples, apply it on the back of your neck, on your brainstem, anything of that sort, and you're going to get the relief that you need. Lavender. Lavender is very calming. Apply it over the heart anytime you need stress relief. Another thing that you can do with lavender is it is able to be taken internally. So if you need like that instant stress relief and you don't have the Serenity soft gels, you can get the veggie caps and take 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of Frank, and 2 drops of wild orange. Put it in the veggie cap, take it internally, and that will also help relieve the stressful feelings that you're feeling. If you don't like lavender, which believe it or not, there are people out there that don't, and that's totally okay, Petitgrain is an alternative. It's a wonderful alternative. And I invite you to try that. If the stress that you're feeling is causing depression in your life, I invite you to use Elevation and Citrus Bliss. It's very uplifting, and it will bring you out of that state of depression. I recommend rubbing it over your heart daily, multiple times a day. What's really good for this is if you get a diffuser necklace and you just put it there, and so then you are literally breathing it in 24/7. Well, not if you wear it at night, but you know what I mean. So during the day, say you have a stressful job and maybe you can't diffuse at work, or whatever. If you can, I highly recommend you doing that if you have a stressful job. But again, not everybody can do that. So a diffuser necklace will do you amazing. It's just amazing. And another tip that I always tell people is I diffuse 24/7 in my house. Even when I'm not here, I'm diffusing. So, whenever I get up, I, may put a diffuser blend in. My diffusers run for roughly 10 hours. So I'm only refilling them twice a day. But it's keeping something going on in there. And whenever your entire house is balanced and less stressed, you're going to be balanced and less stressed. So, again, it's about being who you really are, not the stressful version of yourself. Because we all have met that person. And I'm sure, I don't know anybody that would like to be that person all the time, that their stressful self. But I know I don't. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you don't either. So, you just have to take steps to be able to get past that. Another thing that can reduce stress, and again, you're going to hear me say this all the time, is balancing your chakras. This is such a powerful tool, and it's so simple to do, but so many people just don't know about it. So balancing your chakras, because letting all of that energy flow freely. Because if it is stagnant, it's going to cause stress in your body. So that's just not good, right? So whenever you cause stress in your body reacts. And it comes out maybe skin problems, gut health, gut problems, like headaches. I mean, there's so many things that it can cause. We don't want that. So we need the free flowing of the energy. And I promise you, once you do that, you'll be in the flow. And once you're in the flow, you just go with it. You don't sit there and stress about every little thing. So again, whatever stresses you out the most, that's where you need your boundaries the most. And again, this is not going to happen overnight, but it is definitely something to start with. The next thing that I would recommend to help reducing stress would be to eating right. Our food affects us so much more than we are taught. And what you are putting in your body is either fighting disease or it's feeding it. So, if you have a high stress life, or, you have so many stressors in your life, eating sugar is not going to help your situation. I can tell you that right now. So that would probably be one of the first things that I know it's very hard to eliminate it, but I would try to minimize it as much as you can, because it's only going to feed it. It's only going to fuel it. Caffeine, same thing. You're going to fuel it. Not saying that you can't reintroduce those things into your life after, you get yourself under control. But during this process, if those are, two of the big things that you consume, I would definitely try to eliminate them as much as possible. So, eat food that is, I always say eat the rainbow. And you want to make sure that it's healthy. And personally, for me, I think we are getting spammed. Yes, we are. I don't know how to block people. Anyways, we'll ignore them. What the hell? Anyways, okay guys, so eating healthy. Do it. For yourself, for your family. It will help you out so much. Anyways, so there will be things that challenge your new stress reduced lifestyle. Believe me, there will be things that challenge your boundaries. Believe me. And it is very, very important that you realize this. And the thing that can help you the most is building your resources for stress relief, healthy outlets. I'm not talking about, alcohol, things of that sort. Those are unhealthy outlets that people use for stress. So, anyways, whenever you are building your resources, just add little things here and there. Add things once a week, maybe. Whether it is maybe a weekly massage that you like to go and get. If it's, just a walk, anything that you can do to help do that. I know if you know me, then going to the grocery store and walking through Whole Foods is my therapeutic zone, and I love it. So do whatever you need to do. Just keep creating those healthy outlets, and they could be short things, they could be long things, anything of that. Have a variety so that you always have something that you can go to. Choosing and prioritizing your responsibilities. Get very clear on where you need to be most present in your life and what is most important to you, and go from there. Managing your time properly and realistically. So it's very easy to say, I'm managing my time, I want to do all of these things, I'm going to get all of these things done, and but are you being realistic with your time? You're probably not. So anyways, whenever you are prioritizing your responsibilities and managing your time properly and realistically, things automatically flow, and it creates less stress. Because whenever you're so scattered and you're doing so many things at once, you're not focused on one specific thing. So if you manage your time properly, you're going to be scheduling specific things for specific times. And you are going to get the outcome because you're giving 100% to that specific thing during that specific time. Now, oiling properly and consistency to keeping yourself regulated. This is the proactive approach that, I talk about all the time with oils. So whenever you are oiling properly and consistently, you're going to keep your emotions regulated. so that whenever these situations come up with the stressors, it's going to be a lot easier to manage, per se. So I hope this is resonating with you. And I think that it's something that everybody can benefit from. And a lot of people don't realize that they are in a stressful life because that's just their norm. That's what they're used to. But I will tell you that the grass is much greener on the other side whenever you do go and implement these things into your life. And anybody can implement them into their life. Absolutely anybody. It doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter how stressful you are. Remember, we create the stress based on what we give attention to. So, and what is causing the most stress is an indicator of where you need to set your boundaries. So, from there on, your story is being shaped by what you were saying no to and what you were saying yes to. Because if you shut out the noise, you will be going through life with less stress and tuned into your purpose, which is the whole point, right? So you want to just make sure that that's what you're doing and that you are serving yourself and your entire family the best that you can. And this is one of the best ways to do so. So if you would like to get the oils that we have talked about today, send me a message because I have created a special kit special enrollment kit because they don't have just a specific stress enrollment kit that you can snag up. It's for today only that I am giving this deal for. So let me know. And I hope this helped. Drop some comments down after, you've implemented some of these things into your life. I would love to hear what you have to say or how things worked for you and what outlets you choose for stress. It's very cool to learn what other people do, because you never know how many people could be in the same situation as you, and you're not alone, right? So, and us moms can really, really resonate together. And that's what I'm here to do. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoyed this. And I will talk to you later. See ya.